People, we're going to be watching one of our older videos about how to stand out from other women. This strategy is a strategy that pretty much works all the time because it works when you don't want it to work, if that makes any sense. So we're going to watch this video. I'm going to give you guys my take on it. And don't forget, we're having a London seminar. And at the end of July, click on the description down below to purchase the tickets now. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org to work with me one-on-one, okay? Anyways, let's begin with the video.
Like a ball.
All right, ladies, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. And today we're going to be talking about a very special video, okay? And it's very simple. It is 99% of men get turned on when you act like this. All right, this video is all about how to stand out from other women, and it's a very simple concept. You know, honestly, it's a simple concept. You know, when everyone is going up, you go down. When everyone is high energy, you're low energy. When everyone's low energy, you're high energy. Actually, no, don't do that, right? What I mean is this, all right? When you like someone, naturally you have a certain way of behaving, right? When you don't like someone, naturally you have a certain way of behaving. And the funny thing is that, but naturally though, women have a certain way of acting and you think it's different, right? A lot of women think they're different, right? Even though they are different, but you're not that different. Why? Because when you like someone, there's a certain similar way of acting. You act similar to everyone. When you're not in love with somebody, you're yourself.
That concept pretty much goes down to how do you react to authority? And how do you react to somebody who doesn't have authority? How do you react to power? And how do you react to weakness? When you feel like somebody has leverage over you, there's a pattern of behavior, an unstoppable pattern that you cannot control, that is initiated, and just like a domino, it just starts, right? And pretty much the key is to break that pattern. And you break that pattern through bringing mindfulness. You bring mindfulness and consciousness into the pattern and don't act on it. And that will break the pattern. And that actually helps your dating life. Like it truly does. And if you guys want to learn about that, you guys can check out my upcoming course, Emotional Mastery. Right now, it's $120. It's going to go up when it gets released. So if you guys want to purchase it now at a discount right now, click on the description down below to purchase it. But pretty much mindfulness is the key to breaking that pattern of neediness.
You're unique. And so you stand out. When you like someone, your uniqueness fades away and you act like every other girl. In fact, to him, he says to himself, here goes another one. Here goes another one. But to you, you're like, here comes special me. The reason why you don't see that what he sees is because you think you're being yourself, right? And that means is that you think you're acting like who you are. You're saying, I'm being my authentic self. I'm not playing any games. Right? And what tends to happen is that because you're trying to be your authentic self, you can't be yourself because the self, that's who you are, is being overridden by emotion. So in reality, you're not being yourself. To be yourself, you got to control your emotions so that you can remain an individual, a unique individual, so that you don't let yourself be paraded by emotion, so that you don't end up sucking a lot of dick, right? Well, unless that's what you want. I'm not going to get in the way of that. So it's very similar to like a study, right? When you see people in a screen moving, and then there's one person, for example, if you see a whole bunch of people moving, right? And there's one person that's not moving, who are you going to focus on? On the person who's not moving. You see what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, even though everyone's moving, trying to get attention, the fact that you're standing still, people will focus in and zero in on you, right? So it's the same thing is that when a woman likes a guy sees that same girl every day. When a woman likes a guy, it's pretty much almost like the same woman, but with a different face. She acts the same way, talks the same way, reacts the same way, you know? All right, let's not go there. You know, so it's kind of like you think you're different, but in reality, you're looking like every other dude, every other woman, just like every other dude thinks they're different. In reality, they act like the same dusty bucket hat wearing motherfuckers that are out there, right? So how do you do that? It's very simple, man. It's not about you being different, honest to God. It's like the color blue. Like I always say, there's light blue, and then there's dark blue. There's light skin, and then there's Wesley Snipes, right? So it's kind of, you got to realize that when it comes to this, you're not really changing who you are. You're just changing the intensity, changing the dose. You're only giving them one hit of weed. You're not giving them the whole blunt.
And that's pretty much the key to becoming likable. The key to becoming likable is not fake acting. It's not trying to be funny. It's not trying to be anything. It's pretty much removing your natural insecurity twitches. You know, when when you feel like nervous and you have like a twitch, an unconscious twitch. Well, we have unconscious twitches in terms of our behavior that we're just not aware of. And if we bring mindfulness into that twitch, right? Just like if you know when you get nervous, you go like that. But if you bring mindfulness into it and you feel that urge and you stop yourself through awareness, and through awareness, you could actually stop those behaviors. And again, it pretty much comes down to not doing certain things, removing the fat, removing the excess, learning to have more of an economy of motion and words, learning to be more efficient in how you portray yourself. And naturally, if you're insecure, that efficiency is going to make you feel insecure because you feel like you have to do more, right? Quick commercial break, people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't purchased any of my courses, we have a special bundle deal for everyone. So that you could purchase all of my courses, meaning you could purchase the psychological game of attraction, natural chemistry, and nice girl, along with all of the bonuses. Originally, if you purchase everything without the bundle, it'll be around $500, to be honest with you. But right now, if you guys purchase it, with the bundle, you guys will be able to get all of these courses: psychological game of attraction, which is for women who are single; natural chemistry, which is for women who are in a relationship; nice girl, which is a course on assertiveness, along with all of the bonuses: social mastery, practical mastery in terms of how to master anything, social mastery in terms of how to master your social skills, and the laws of human nature, wherein it's part of the Robert Greene book club I used to have. All of these, naturally, like I said, it's $500. Now you get it at $394, which is essentially 20% off everything. But if you guys want to purchase a more affordable bundle, you guys can purchase the bundle without the bonuses, and that will be at $224 rather than the $300. Well, rather than the $293 that you guys would naturally purchase it. So you could purchase it with the bundle or without the bundle. You could purchase it with the bonuses or without the bonuses. And everyone who's purchased my course have been satisfied with it. And if they didn't like it, I always give their money back. I have never rejected a refund. All right. So purchase it right now. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. And I'll see you guys inside.
You see what I'm saying? So the way you do that is that you just literally reduce what you communicate. Literally, that's all you do. You literally reduce what you communicate. If your intensity of communication is at a midnight blue, you fucking you tone that shit down to a baby blue. You see what I'm saying? So for example, if I'm always, hey, what's up, girl? For example, this is my problem when I was younger. So what tends to happen is that there was just some women that I just couldn't keep my hands off of them. Right? And so what happened was I just couldn't get my hands off of them. So I just kept kissing them and just like kissing their neck and like couldn't get over it, right? But the problem was that it was too much, right? It was too much. It was turning them off, right? So what I learned is not being different. It's just control yourself, motherfucker. Give her some space, right? Give that girl some space, right? So you got to realize, how do you behave when you're in love, and then go against that current.
Or not just go against that current, but just don't believe everything your emotions tell you to do. Don't do everything that you feel inspired in the moment to do, especially in the beginning. Like, this is more important in the beginning. As you get to know someone, it's okay to do this later on once they prove themselves. But if they've been inconsistent, if they haven't been really showing you that commitment, and if you feel insecure around them because they're just not consistent, then you have to do this type of stuff.
So for example, with me, it would have been that I wouldn't, like, when I was in bed with her, I wouldn't be kissing her all over. In fact, I'll be just chilling, minding my business, right? So with you ladies, when you're with a guy you really like, what you got to do is give him enough distance, give him enough space, give him more space than necessary. You got to get him to the point where he says, why is she so distant? It's not that you're emotionally distant. It's that you're physically distant. You give him space. You respect his time. And I'm not saying that you respect his time as like master, I respect your time. I don't mind if you guys say that. But what I mean is that you respect his time. You're like, look, man, you're a man. You have shit to do. I got shit to do. You let me know when you're available. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're open to them hitting you up. You contact them, but you want to see some effort on their part, right? For example, it's kind of like, I remember one time I was with this girl and I was staying in an apartment that I was staying in, Airbnb, and this chick, she spent the whole day with me, but it's like we only hung out like 20% of the time. She did her own thing. She went in her own room. I went in my own room. I chilled out. In fact, I forgot that she was in. I forgot that she was in the apartment, right? And when it came down, I'm like, oh shit, you're here, right? And I'm telling you guys feel that burden. They don't like that burden. They don't like seeing a woman like this all over them all the time. It's fucking annoying. You see what I'm saying?
And let's just say that's just me, right? Let's just say some guys actually want you to be around them all the time. Doing that and giving him more space than he wants pretty much will reveal to you how much he wants you. Like there is no losing in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good problem that he's complaining to you that you're not as affectionate, because then you could be more affectionate.
And so when a guy senses that you really like them, right? And that it doesn't mean when you're with them, you show him you like them, but when you're not there, you give him that physical space. It creates an insecurity that a guy just needs to be close to you just to make sure his insecurities aren't based on irrational thinking. You're like, fuck. Does she like me? Does she like me? Right? Did she lose interest? That's a thought that happens, right? When you're with them, you like them. But when you're not with them, it feels like you lost interest, right? And all you got to do is when you're with them, be yourself. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, to be honest with you. But when you're not with them, you give them all the space necessary. In fact, you even encourage that shit. You encourage that, because the act of encouraging it doesn't make them do that more. The act of encouraging makes them think, fuck, like, is she losing interest? Like, that's how people think. You see what I'm saying? So by just encouraging him to be on his own, to do his thing, it inadvertently pushes him towards you.
All right, if you guys want one-on-one coaching, go to mindfulattraction.org to get one-on-one coaching by me. If you guys ever want to check out any of my courses, Emotional Mastery, it's the psychological game of attraction. Emotional Mastery is the one that I'm releasing. Click on the description down below to purchase it. And don't forget, seminar in London at the end of the summer. So click on the description down below to check all of that information. And I'll see you guys next time.